Welcome, guys, back to the I Love Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, as always, Justin Woolwine, and today we are welcomed by the lovely Miss Ash by Elegance. How are we doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm very excited. Like I told you off screen, long-time fan of yours since, the
Thank
years of
you.
Dana Brooks back in NXT. So, this is something whenever it came across the table, couldn't pass it up.
Thank you
Um,
so much. I appreciate you sharing my journey, my experience, and truly being a fan.
Absolutely. Before we dive in, is there anything like social you want to plug, things like that you just want to let the fans know? Obviously they can catch you on TNA, but anything else you want to plug and let them know?
Thank you so much for that opportunity. No, I'm so excited. We are here. As you can tell, my hotel set up. We are here in El Paso, and I am doing a media tour, which is super awesome because we're doing a lot this holiday season. I absolutely love giving back to the community. So, this coming week here in El Paso, we are giving out food to the less fortunate and those that are in need, which is awesome. So, make sure you go to TNA.com and you can find out all the information about that. Also, December 5th through the 7th, we are collecting toys, which is amazing as well for children to feel holiday cheer. So all you have to do is come to the show and we encourage you guys just to bring like a little toy, an unwrapped toy, and just enjoy wrestling. On December the 7th, we are doing a family day. And my friend Ross, myself, and my friend Ingrid came up with a great idea and are doing an Elegant Elves photo. So anyone that comes to the event, any donation helps, and you can get a photo with me and my Elegant Elves, which is Heather Reckless. Heather by Elegance is her stage name at TNA, and Maggie, which is M by Elegance. So we are super excited to be doing something around the holiday season, and all donations will be going to the Children's Hospital here in El Paso. So it's awesome. You can find me on all social media platforms, Asha May underscore Sabera. I still call it Twitter. So Twitter's, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I don't really do all the trendy dances, but I try. So you can find me on there.
I love it. Ash, obviously, I know a lot of people know Dana Brooke, but I think the best stuff that you've done in your career, honestly, has been with TNA. How has TNA helped shape you as an individual and maybe change your professional career?
TNA is all I needed. TNA is something that I longed for many, many years. I just never knew existed, right? I thought that WWE was it, and I had no idea there was a life outside of there. Stepping in the TNA ring was I needed it. I really needed to reinvent myself. I really needed the wrestling universe to look at me as a person and not who I was back then, but just give me a chance, give me an opportunity because I knew in my heart I could hang with the best. And TNA gave me that opportunity. TNA believed in me. They helped me reinvent this character. Now that I get to travel the world and be able to wrestle, before was truly amazing. And I think I changed a lot of people's mindset on who I was then and who I am now as far as my character work, as far as my promo work, and my in-ring ability. And I must say I'm proud of myself because I never gave up on myself.
And I think you have all right to be. I think your line of work in TNA speaks for the volume of your impact. I think, no pun intended, but I felt like for a long time maybe Dana was held back and Ash has
Yeah,
been able to shine. And it's been really cool to see that.
thank
Um,
you.
how important was it for you and maybe TNA to make sure that Ash by Elegance was completely different from what we saw from you as Dana Brooke?
It was the biggest concern of mine because I felt like Dana Brooke wouldn't have survived. I needed to get away from that character because I knew her for so long, and it was bittersweet because I knew she was the underdog story and I knew that's who I was. I mean, it was very personal because I knew I was deep down inside. I wanted a shot. But it also felt so good to let her go because I knew that I needed to embrace something else, to be different, to stand out, to make a name for myself. And I wanted to tap into a side of me that I've never tapped into before. And that was this Ash by Elegance character, because I love fashion, I love nice things, but being able to change this side of me and have this little edge and this little crazy demeanor is something so far from who I really am. So it's awesome to challenge something deep down inside. And going out there and being booed and everyone, hating on me is very hard because I am such a nice person in real life. Having kids tell me, "Oh, you suck," and "I don't like you." Oh my God, it breaks my heart every time because I just want them to love me, but and realize that, I am a really good person, but at the same time, I'm doing my job. I am allowing them to escape whatever they're going through and live in the moment and tell a story, which so I absolutely love doing. And if I held on to that Dana Brooke character, I don't think I would be where I am now. Ash by Elegance was the best decision I have ever made.
Was, like a big part of the Ash by Elegance is the brand, whether that's you, and then the people you have around you. Did you have any say into who like would be added to the brand, like Maggie or Heather?
Yeah, actually, I did, which was awesome because this is like real stuff, right? Like people take my thoughts and things into consideration. For example, Heather, I wrestled her as I debuted in TNA. And when I rolled out of the ring, they were like, "Oh, how'd you like her?" I was like, "I love her." They're like, "All right, you think we should sign her?" I go, "Yeah, no problem." And then they partnered her up with me, and I was able to like bring this different side out of her and give her like an elegant makeover. And I believe in her and I see so many bright things in her future. And she doesn't know this, but I appreciate her so much because she goes with my crazy ideas. Like, for example, I'm like, "Hey, you want to dress up as Minnie Mouse?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." "Hey, you want to come out as like mariachis?" "Yeah, sure, no problem." "Hey, you want to throw champagne in my face?" "Yeah, no problem." Like, she's very down with my ideas. They might sound so crazy, but I appreciate her so much for riding this ride with me because at the end of the day, we captured the TNA Knockouts tag titles together, which was awesome. I believed in her and she believed in me, which was truly amazing. When I had seen her, I knew she was a star. I was like, I have to get her. I need to give her a little makeover, help her out. And I see big, big things with M. She gets this character, she really embraces it. It's awesome. My personal concierge, he always wanted to be in front of the camera. He fits the part perfectly. And now I am searching for Mr. Elegance. And these submission videos that I have been getting, I see every single one of them. My personal concierge screens them. He gives them to me. Any video I see, I repost. I make comments on. It's truly awesome to see people want to ride this ride with me. It's so cool.
Definitely. I think like for me, I'm currently in the Chicagoland area, so like I've been able to watch Heather and Maggie or
Ah,
M like
yes.
very like on the independence, like especially like Chicago style wrestling and things like that close to us, and watching them like and then seeing them evolve and be next to you on TNA. I can tell you as a fan and as a consumer has been like the icing on the cake, if that makes
Thank
sense.
you. Thank you. That
Uh,
means so much. Because I truly
Absolutely.
try and help every single person, whether they're in this like elegant brand or not. I'm really trying to help the locker room and be a locker room leader and just really show these girls that, let's create business, let's make money, let's make the best matches there is possible. And like there's a spot for each and every one of these TNA knockouts on the roster. We are very blessed in TNA to have the opportunity that we do as women. We're given opportunities throughout the entire show, where some other organizations may only have one segment of women. So we have to take that into account that we are given so many opportunities from the start of the show to the finish of the show, whether it be backstage interviews, whether it be a backstage set, whether it be managing ringside, whether it be a match. Women are represented from the start to the finish of the product.
Can you kind of explain to us what it's been like for you more emotionally for TNA having your back and maybe supporting your decisions as you've been able to grow with them?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it has been TNA, I have a love for wrestling, but my love for TNA is so much deeper because they have made me have fun in this position. They have let me like cut loose. They've taken my ideas and my considerations and let me run wild with them. And now that I had to step away from wrestling, they are keeping me involved, which is honestly keeping me sane because that's all I've known for the last like 14 years, right? Is wrestling. That's my life. And they're giving me, a management role with my Elegant Brand. And it keeps me, it's like, mental health is a very big thing these days. And it's just keeping me in the business, in around wrestling, which I truly, truly love. And I have such an amazing relationship with the president, Carlos Silva. Um, that it's awesome. We don't have that opportunity in other organizations to have such a cool boss to be able to go backstage and talk to him and him show up anywhere that we need him to be and him be in front of the camera and really believe in his talent. It goes so far. So it's awesome to have TNA back everything that I've been doing.
I don't know if it's been touched on a lot. I'm just curious, what was the vibe in maybe the arena and even backstage after you had to relinquish the title?
Oh my God, it was rough. I mean, that whole day was rough because honestly, nobody knew. I like stayed low key, I stayed mellow, I stayed kind of off the map during the day. And I was in my head, I was in my thoughts. We were filming that program, immersed, and there was one time in my life that I said, I don't know, because I kept getting asked the question, well, what are you going to do from here? I don't know. I really had no idea. I had once in my life no answer. And then afterwards, everyone just hugging me and telling me, listen, what I've done is something that no one's ever done. Is I went back to a company that gave up on me and I brought a title home to the company that did believe in me. So I felt like my legacy was left in that aspect. But they always told me that this is my home, that whatever I want to do, if I can come back to wrestling, that this is my home. And that's all I needed to hear because once I left there, I have gone to so many different appointments and things like that, just trying to come back whenever I possibly can. I don't know if that is ever or will be. Um, but I'm excited because I know that I have a spot and I have a home, and that's TNA.
Love it. I love it so much. Speaking of things I really do enjoy, especially about TNA, and we've talked about the representation of the women and the knockouts in TNA, and I think Bound for Glory did the best job at that so far. If you look at the Hall of Fame class, all former TNA knockouts, legends. How important do you think the representation for the women was at Bound for Glory?
That was huge. I mean, that was our biggest event in history. And then with all eyes in the Hall of Fame being the women, and then from across the board, all of the women on the show, it was awesome because it just proved that women can do what men can do. Women have done what men have done in the past. And now we're getting, acknowledgement for it. I've wrestled Mickey James over in WWE. I've seen her journey. I've been a fan of her. And for her to get the acknowledgement that she has been, like, she's been, I can't even put it into words.
She's
What an
earned it.
icon, like, what an icon she is. And how she was, now she is. And in the future, she wants to, continue to grow. It's like, it gets me tongue tied because I'm like, man, she is a legend. She is an icon. And people look up to her, and she was given praise and honor in front of such an amazing crowd and the biggest TNA event, the beautiful people who I kind of like think to myself, I'm like, oh my God, we kind of are in a weird way, like the beautiful people. Like they're
Hmm.
so self-centered and everything like that. And seeing them was super awesome. So everything that we've wanted to accomplish all around the wrestling universe, not only TNA, is being accomplished in TNA, which is people are recognizing the women and the hard work.
So one more question, Ash, and I'm gonna let you go. Um, what, as the head of the Elegance brand, what do you think us fans can expect from the brand, throughout the end of the year and moving on into 2026?
I definitely know that there's so much more the Elegant brand has to bring. My girls are the best. If you watch that match with M this past, it's airing um with Kalani. She's a star. She is such a star. I believe that they will win the tag titles again. I have no doubt in my mind that they will be the tag champions. And one of those girls will become the Knockouts Women's Champion in 2026. And they might have to battle it out, but that's okay because we will be the stable that holds it all again. Then I'm going to bring in Mr. Elegance that's going to shine, and he is going to be part of the brand, and he will get out there and be given an opportunity to maybe capture a title or be seen in front of the whole world. And it's just it's going to keep growing and growing and growing.
Well, with that said, if you ever need a podcast for the Elegance brand, you know where to hit me up.
Thank you.
But
Of course.
thank you so much. Thank you for everything you've
Thank
done
you.
in TNA. I'm excited to see what yourself and the brand does going forward. Um, Ash, I will leave the door open. If you ever want to come on
Thank
again,
you.
I'll see you
I
next time.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You too.